Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. I am here at Edion. Edion is a big electronics store here in Japan, and I wanted to do a video on the appliances they have for sale here. I know we have a lot of appliances in America, but it seems like Japan really loves all kinds of little appliances. I think the little appliances are really popular here in Japan because most kitchens don't actually have big ovens or stoves like they do in America. In fact, the best you get are these things. This is your standard Japanese oven slash stove. This is what comes pre-installed in new houses if you buy one, or if you rent an apartment. Maybe they'll come with this. They almost always have 2 burners, sometimes 1, unless you're really fancy. I don't think you'd have more than that. And then this is your oven. It's mainly used to just grill fish, but you're definitely not getting a Thanksgiving turkey in here. That being said, there's a lot of cool little appliances around that I'm gonna show you a little bit about what they have here. So we'll start off here. This is actually something that I wanted to get in America, but it's some magnet thing, I don't know, ionized water system. You hook it up to your sink, and then this thing is a giant filter that makes the water drinkable. Not only drinkable, but like the best possible drinkable water you can have. They're literally over $1,000. This one's about $1,400. Here's a little smaller one, and they have all kinds of these things, and it's actually good that I'm seeing these because I've always wanted one. These are the types of things that I don't think they sell on shelves in American electronic stores. And I remember when I was into the health type stuff and eating healthy and all that stuff, it's important to get the highly alkaline water with the ionizer, whatever this thing does. I know it's like really good water for you. Next we have the coffee machines. Japanese love coffee. In fact, in most vending machines you can actually get cold and hot coffee, but in vending machines you can always get coffee. This is just a grinder, all kinds of stuff. If you can't afford one of these water things, you can always just get a regular Brita or the sink attachment filter thing, which Kit and I might actually do because that thing is a little out of our price range right now. So I do want to show you these things. This is like every Japanese household has one of these things. It's like this little appliance and the rice cooker, and that's the 2 things that Japanese households have, and that is a hot water boiler. Here's the cheap ones here, but essentially you just put water in them and they make it hot, and they don't overcook it or anything. It doesn't just keep boiling. It's not like you put water boiling on a stove and then you gotta go turn it off. It just turns off when it reaches a certain temperature. These are the cheap ones. You just hit a button, then it's hot. Kit and I do have one of these though. This is, you just put it on your countertop and it just keeps the water hot. So whenever you need hot water, you could just press this thing and it's at a boiling point, so you can cook things like instant ramens and make hot teas, and all you do is put your cup under here and it dispenses hot water. All right, next aisle, going through them all. So these are juicers. And once again, if you're into health foods, juicers, juicing your fresh fruits and vegetables is definitely the way to go. Very healthy. And then next to the juicers, we have your standard blenders. And they also have these types of blenders, which I'm a big fan of, the Magic Bullet. I have used the NutriBullet. I have the Ninja now. It's great. So if we spin around here, we have, I don't know what these are. Oh, Waffle Iron. It's a Waffle Iron. Yeah. Okay, so waffle irons. This one apparently makes donuts. And oh, here's a takoyaki plate. Takoyaki is little balls of like, it's squid balls. Not their balls, but they're like the squid baked or deep fried in a ball. Okay, let's move on. If you've ever seen videos of like street vendors making takoyaki, it's pretty cool. They have like these 2 sticks and they twirl them around really fast. They get really good at them. It's awesome. Now, I think these are getting popular in America a little bit, but they've been popular in Japan for a long time. And this is like the press blender. So this is a blender. You plug it in, and whatever cup you're using, you just kind of beat it and press it down, and it just blends whatever's in the cup. So it's also a great way to make smoothies or liquefy anything that's just in your standard cup. Okay, Tempanyaki. These are awesome. This is a very popular dish in Japan. You can actually go to restaurants like yakimiku and stuff where you cook on something similar to this, and you can make whatever you want. Just a flat pan that gets hot and you can cook whatever you want. So Japanese houses almost always don't have dishwashers, but you can buy them. None of them are as big as an American dishwasher, but this is what you got. So starting off with the biggest and best, I think, oh, that's how you open it. Oh, okay. Wow, that's interesting. Has like a double door thing. So that's like a big dishwasher. But if you were to get a dishwasher in Japan, it'd probably be more something like this or this. These are all dishwashers, and these just slide up and basically shoot water at the plates. I've never used these. Even when we had our own place in America, we pretty much just washed our dishes by hand. The only time we really ever used the dishwasher is if we had like a party or something and there was just a bunch of dishes, then we'd throw them in the dishwasher. But I've never actually used one of these small ones. So if you have used one of these, let me know how they work compared to like a real big dishwasher that's like installed. I'd really like to know. Just when you thought we were done, there is still so many more to go through. So next, very popular in America as well, toaster ovens. I won't spend too much time on those since you probably already know what they are. This is a, what are these called? I forgot. These are actually more like the yakimiku stuff. This is the stuff you plug it in. This one's electric. You just cook on it, and it's kind of like a quick cook. Usually at the restaurants, when you use one of these, you order plates of like raw meats and raw vegetables that are already like seasoned and flavored. And then at your table, you're just socializing, sitting around your friends, just eating. And as you're socializing, you're cooking the stuff on the hot plate that's in the middle of the table. And it's just kind of takes a little while. You know, you're there for a couple hours, and it's just a social activity. You use one of these things. So people can do it at their house as well, just by buying one of these. So these are the ovens. I just showed you these already, oven, stove. They also have these induction heating is what they're called. And you actually have to have a metal pan in order to use this, because it doesn't like heat anything up unless it's metal on metal, induction heating. And you guys probably know more about it than I do, because I'm pretty sure they have this in America as well. And from my understanding, most pots and pans you get in Japan will kind of by default work with one of these because they're so common. I know in America you really have to get a specific pot and pan to use induction heating, but here most of them universally pretty much work because a lot of houses already have these. Also, fun fact, induction heating is actually a lot cheaper than just buying a stove. You could get one of these for way cheaper than the stove. And here we go. These are the rice cookers. Whole rice cooker aisle. So if you don't know how a rice cooker works, you just fill up your rice by cups, and then you fill it to the proper water line of how many cups, and you press a button, and it just stops cooking when the rice is done perfectly. What you may not know is that a Japanese rice cooker is good for more than just cooking rice. It can also slow cook. A lot of them actually have plates on top. I know ours does, where it sits on top of the rice and you can cook the rice and then cook like the food, or it'll steam the food that goes on top of the rice at the same time. There's all kinds of things you could do with the rice cooker aside from cooking rice. So it's a very useful appliance to have. All right, microwaves. Not gonna spend too much time on these, except I will mention that they're not as powerful as American ones, and I think it just because we're on 100 volts here instead of at 120 or 110, whatever America is. But you'll see, you just change the wattage usually. So this is pretty normal, 700 watt, 500 watt, 200 watt. And then when you get a microwavable meal, it'll tell you what wattage to cook it for and how long you want it to cook it for on that wattage. This is becoming a much longer video than I anticipated. I did not think they had this many appliances. So everything I showed you is actually just a kitchen appliance, but there's a lot of other appliances that you put throughout your house in Japan as well. So I'll show you some of those too. So these are various type of air filters, and of course we have air filters in America, but they are very, very fancy here. See, these eliminate all kinds of things, smoke, I don't know what it says, bacteria, stuff like that. This is like a humidifier purifier, and then these are just air purifiers, I believe. No, these are humidifier. It like blows clean, watery water into the air. I don't know what I'm saying. You tell me what they do, but that's my understanding of them. Okay, these are the regular ones, no water involved, although I think they can be humidifiers, but normally they're actually just air purifiers. So they have all kinds of settings. We also have these in America, but they are ridiculously popular here. These are some industrial size ones that are like over $1,000. And there's just aisles and aisles of just air filters here. Of course, you probably recognize the Dyson's bladeless fans. Sorry about the dirty motion. Specifically in Okinawa, it's very humid. Of course, you have dehumidifiers. Are these? Yeah, these are the dehumidifiers. I thought they were the humidifiers for a second. But you gotta get your house dry so it doesn't get like moldy and stuff. Actually, most households here as well do not have dryers, so just washers, and then you typically hang your clothes. But we've sort of been struggling with this, so we bought a dehumidifier to hang our clothes in the bathroom because it's been raining a lot outside. So we hang them in the bathroom, turn on the dehumidifier, and then it slowly dries the clothes. Slowly. When I mean slowly, I mean slowly. So obviously behind me, there's more. There's air conditioners. These are like independent ones for each room. There's refrigerators, there's washers, there's all kinds of things that I haven't gone over. But I'm gonna end it here with my favorite appliance in Japan, and that is the toilets. They have bidets, they play music, they heat the seats. Some of them even open when you walk up, so they're ready for you to pee in. Bidets are the best thing ever. If you've never used one, I highly recommend it. They just make so much sense, and as Kit always says, if you got shit on your arm, are you just gonna wipe it off? Probably not. You're probably going to wash it off. So why not do the same thing for your butt? Anyway, guys, that's just scratching the surface of the little appliances here in Japan. If you liked this video, let me know below. And also let me know if you want to see more about how Japanese appliances work. I mainly just covered the small ones here, but there's some pretty cool features for the big ones and in general, just appliances. A lot of them talk to you and they do all kinds of crazy things. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next video.